Hi, I'm Veronica Arreola, and I am prediction. I am talking about prediction.
Or you are.
Or I am. I don't know. I embody this.
Welcome, Veronica Prediction, everyone.
Hello. All right.
And are you ready?
Yeah.
John Segura, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, club audience, are you ready? Yeah! And it's Veronica for prediction in 3, 2, 1, begin.
All right. In 2000, in a 2000 Essence magazine published an essay by Octavia Butler, where she recounts one of the many instances where someone asked her how she predicts the future so well. Her response was, she doesn't. Her Butler, who died in 2006, has since been canonized as a prophet, as the events of her masterpiece and the parable of the sower aligns well with the 2016 and really well with the 2024 presidential campaign and the current LA fires. Instead of predicting the future, what Butler and other speculative fiction authors do is study what humans have done before, what we are doing now, and in Butler's case for parable, assume we don't do a thing, that we don't change enough. Butler wrote again in the year 2000, as I remind you, all I did was look around at the problems we're neglecting now and give them about 30 years to grow into full-fledged disasters. Y'all, we are 25 years into this forecast. Predictions are often seen as guesses, sometimes really good guesses, but guesses nevertheless. This is why Chicago lost its shit when Tom Skilling retired and the Halloween weather forecast was so fucking off. Skilling would never, we said, as if Tom Skilling had an innate knack to predict the weather versus him having decades of experience. When I was a baby activist in high school, I talked a lot about climate change, conserving water, reducing plastic use, the looming oil crisis, and how it would impact our gas prices. This last part was really hard to sell in the early 1990s when a gallon of gas was less than $1. Remember those days? This was also during the first Gulf War, and the idea of oil becoming scarce was very anti-American. I was already getting guffed because I was co-president of our Amnesty International chapter, and I wasn't taking any sides because I was worried about everybody. So preaching about electric cars and reducing one's carbon footprint was far from being in the mainstream, and warning of rising ocean levels and melting glaciers felt like predictions designed to scare people. Parable was published in the fall of 1993, the same year I graduated high school. So I'd like to think that Butler and I were consuming the same media as activists, like articles from Mother Jones and alerts from Greenpeace. I was collecting prediction after prediction and sharing them out to classmates, and I found community with others who were worried about the future, the planet, the state of animal rights, and wanted to do more about it. We were mocked as roving chicken littles, but we were in fact Cassandras. If I couldn't find a t-shirt that represented my current issue, I would make one with puffy paint and iron-on letters. One day I was wearing jean shorts that I had cut off and puffy paint slogans all over. And one classmate was like, "You're fucking wasting your time. What do you think? You're going to change the world with your jeans?" But as a teenager in suburban Chicago, I felt my clothes were the best way to convey what I thought my peers should be paying attention to. And graphic tees and political buttons are still a wardrobe staple. The events of Parable are told through a diary of a teenage girl, Lauren Omelina, and begin in July of 2024 and go until October 27. The world is racked by climate change and out-of-control drug abuse. Firefighters and police officers are charged a fee to respond to incidents. NPR just did a report about private firefighters in LA. In Parable, soon after President Donner wins the election with the help of the slogan, "Make America Great Again," I shit you not, the economy tanks and another downward turn, and companies begin to hire people and offer lodging as a benefit, just like company towns in our past. Public schools are all but gone, lost to the dismantling of the public sector and privatization of education, much like the predictions of teacher unions now. Margaret Atwood is also asked about predictions. She claims she merely takes historic events like forced pregnancy of enslaved people and puts them in the near future and makes them white. What if Christian theocracy were to come about, especially with, again, the climate crisis creeping on us? I once interviewed the Ford car company's futurist. She also rejected the idea of prediction. Rather, she picks up on trends. Predictions come true because humans are so fucking hard to change. Change is scary, but kindness eases change. And that line is from Earthseed, the religion Lauren starts in Parable. It is one of the predictions I do hope Butler gets right. In Butler's essay, she states that the very act of looking ahead to discern possibilities and offer warnings is in itself an act of hope. In a recent TV piece, I saw a woman running a mutual aid group that says that while Parable predicted a lot of the fires in LA, it also offers us a roadmap to how we rebuild. And this is why Parable is one of my favorite books. It offers a glimmer of hope that even as our world burns, we can rebuild it if we find our people and create our chosen families and have faith in each other. Lauren is an intense empath. She can feel others' pain, including when they are dying. But instead of locking herself away to keep herself safe, like Nick Offerman's character in The Last of Us, Lauren is forced to dive into humanity. But through this, she creates a framework for their future, and time and again finds ways to do what is best for the collective instead of herself. Octavia Butler was fucking excellent at prediction, not because she was a prophet or had a mystical power, but because we didn't heed her warnings that were built upon reams of scientific papers and expert opinions. If we truly believe that she predicted what we are living through now, we need to look at her predictions as ways to change what we are doing now. What loving and collaborative communities did she predict for us, especially in the wake of the terrors that surround us? We need to take her guidance as how to rebuild Los Angeles, Asheville, and finally get rid of the fucking lead pipes in Chicago. And we need to find out ways to make her predictions that are filled with hope come to pass. And I hope if you haven't read Parable, you will now.